This movie is from the killer's point of view. Have you seen a movie like this before? I'm in Salad and I saw In a Violent Nature. It is written and directed by Chris Nash. And if you haven't seen this movie, I will spoil it for you. It is requested by Patreon only. If you'd like to fast track a movie review, patreon.com/ASEPresents. On with the review. This movie starts and we're following a killer the entire time. We're just walking behind a killer as he walks through the woods. What's interesting about this is it follows after the bunch of teenagers decide to steal this locket. Fun about these teenagers is that their first reaction to a locket found in an abandoned place is that they should steal it. And so they do. They do steal it. And because of that, the killer is now awakened. And so he walks and he keeps on walking and he keeps on walking. He encounters this guy who's like a hunter, a bear hunter or whatever. And he's like hunting this guy down. He's walking, he's not running at all. He's not being emotional about anything. He's just walking, he's doing a little walking. And this guy, he's like freaking out like, ah! And this is the first victim because he gets bear trapped. And I'm like, man, what is it with people setting bear traps? And then getting caught in their own bear traps. Really, what is it about people? Why do they do that? He also approaches the people who stole the locket from him, and one by one he starts getting them. He goes to this group of friends originally, gets one of them, they all scatter, and he goes after one of them individually, one by one, until he can get to the guy who has the locket. That's pretty much the movie. And also there's this chick at the very, very end where she has an injury acquired by this killer going after her, and she's like in the middle of the road and somebody finds her and like is like, I'm gonna take you to the hospital. And then what's interesting is how it ends is that the driver is like, I have to take care of you. And the person injured is like, please go, please go, please go. Please don't stop, because she's afraid. This movie, although it has an hour and a half runtime, I feel like the ambiance is really makes it spooky. And even though there aren't a ton of plot points happening in this movie, I explained the ones that are really the most important for you to remember. You should watch this if you want something more ambient, something that is experimental, because I don't think I've seen a film like this. He's just walking and the camera's behind him the entire time, or just focused on the killer the entire time instead of focusing on the people that the killer is killing. And I feel like with this method, it makes me emphasize the killer not. It doesn't make me emphasize the killer at all. I don't know why he's doing it. But it gives me an interesting perspective on the killer. It gives me an interesting look at what his day's like, his mode of transportation. His mode of transportation is just walking through the forest. That's a little depressing, honestly, if that's your mode of transportation. These people put up a fight, a good fight. A good one, but not good enough because they all end up dying. Oh boy. This movie is slow. I feel like that this was both an easy watch and a hard watch. This one, simultaneously, I didn't want to look at it and I wanted to stare at the entire time. I was just like, is there some thing that's going to pop out or something? I feel like there's a jump scare about to happen, but it doesn't happen. But we see the killings on screen, they're predictable. We see the killer walk up to the people he's about to kill, and then he does the murder, death, kill. And then we're focused on the killer again. Yeah, that's the movie. Should you watch this film? If you like experimental films, I think you should watch this film. If you're a film head, this is a good film to watch. If you're in the mood for something slashery dashery, it's not really that. I mean, there is some slashing and dashing, but it's in between a bunch of long periods of silence, and so I really feel like if you like horror movies, then you will like this one because it's a little bit different. I don't know though. What do you think, chat? I find the acting to be wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good either. Nothing stood out in my mind in particular. Nothing remarkable in my brain. I'm not gonna lie to you. This movie, you either love it or you hate it, or tolerate it, I guess. And I'd say I lean more so the tolerating side. First of all, I wouldn't put myself in a position where I'm going to steal a jewelry piece from some old abandoned place. First of all, because I'm not into jewelry. But second, more importantly though, I don't know what's connected to that jewelry, man. It can mean a lot to somebody who's dead, probably. Who knows? And so I think because this film, it's kind of a doozy, but if you're up for a challenge, I think it's worth the challenge. Just don't expect any serious character development. It's very much a chill slasher is probably a way I could describe it. A really chilled, laid-back slasher. And in the moments in which he's killing, he just is like walking. And there's not much going on during those parts. Even though you're thinking, oh, is something gonna happen? No. I gotta give this one, I don't know, it's a 6 out of 10. If you like this review, watch another one. The platform really likes that. If you want to request a movie review, you can do that at patreon.com/ASEPresents. $20 dinos for one movie review for 1 month. Go to this link tree. You can help support the daily grindiness of all them daily movie reviews. So you can go here. And until next time, I'm in Salad Saw. I'll see you later, my sour croutons and bacon bits. Hello, cat. Oh, whoa!